Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I've got another video of the advent calendar for you, and it is I'm going to show you in a second anyway. It's a loose glitter basically for today, and it is day 11. I'm filming all these in advance and it's really strange, like, I don't know, it's the 30th of November when I'm filming this, and talking about it being the 11th of December is actually freaking me out. I can't quite believe that it's this time of year already. But anyway, I'm just painting a coat of, I'm pretty sure this is called Banana Milkshake, but I will double check in just a second. And it is from Gel Perfection. I've already put one coat on it just because it's a clear tip. It is called Banana Milkshake, and I'm just basically putting that on this nail because I'm going to sprinkle this glitter over the top into that wet layer. This is the glitter that I'm going to be using. And it's called Back to the 80s. It looks really green on camera, but it is yellow. It's just basically a difficult colour to pick up, clearly. So I'm going to place my dip powder application contraption underneath this nail, and I'm just going to sprinkle this straight out of the bag onto this nail. I'm going to try to get it to land in the thing underneath. The majority of it did, so it's fine. Obviously this is much easier to use when you're doing it on an actual person. So this is what the glitter looks like. I have made a mess, but it's all right. So this is what it looks like at the moment. I'm going to pop this into the lamp and then cure it for a full cure, and then I'll bring it out and dust off the excess and we can work on it. So I really like using fine glitters as a base for designs, because obviously they're fine, so they're super easy to use. They work really well because you don't need to encapsulate them like you would a chunkier glitter when using with gel, because they're so thin. So yeah, I do really love using them. So all we're going to do with this one, I'm going to keep it nice and simple, because to be honest with you, I have a ridiculous amount of videos to film. I've filmed so many in the past few days, but I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18 left to film for the rest of this year, and I want to get them done ASAP because I'm due to move house literally next week, and I don't want to be worrying about having to film videos because I will still be working from where I am now, which is in my parents' utility room. So this will still be my salon for a while until the new house is ready to be worked from. So I don't really want to stay here every evening after work to film videos. Basically, I want to get as many done as I can for the rest of this year, so I can use my evenings over the next few weeks to get everything done with the house, basically. So colours I'm using are, that one is obviously white, this one is Bubblegum from Gel Perfection, and the one I'm about to pop down is Heatwave from Gel Perfection. And I'm going with the 80s theme, like literally just because that glitter is called Back to the 80s. I thought it'd be nice to do something bright, especially because obviously at this time of year we're really not seeing a lot of bright nails at the minute, which makes sense, but it's nice to have something different. So this is how the glitter looks when it's come out of the lamp. I'm just going to dust off any excess off camera because I don't want to get it all over my desk. So I'm just going over with my manicure brush and just giving it a good scrub to get any excess off. And then I'm going to use a base coat, and I'm going to basically just pop a coat of this over this entire nail. I'm going to put quite a lot of product on. As you can see here, there's lots on my brush, and I'm just going to really float it. I'm not putting loads of pressure on. I'm going to really float it over the nail, and then that will encourage that to literally seep into every nook and cranny. And then I'm going to wipe off my brush, and then that is when I'm going to go in and take all the excess off, because it'll have already got between every bit of glitter now, so it'll be nice and smooth. So once I've done that, I'm going to pop that back into the lamp for a full cure, and then that will be a nice surface for us to paint on, basically. I will take the tacky layer off and give it a really quick buff, but it won't take much to smooth it out because that base coat is going to do that job for us. So what I'm going to be doing for this set is just using those, basically using these colours to do a bit of design on top of it. So we're going to use the glitter as the base colour. We're going to do a bit of swirl, a couple of like flowers, that sort of thing, like nice summery. I know it's not really the season for it, but that's the good thing about this advent calendar from Sparkle Supplies UK, is you get all sorts of products in. It's not all Christmassy. That's one thing I really hate about advent calendars, is if you get Christmas products in them, you can't really use them, because if you're like a normal person and you open an advent calendar how you're supposed to, if you get nice Christmassy glitter every day of December, the ones you open from like the 3rd week of December onwards, or even the 2nd, you're not ever going to get to use them until the following year, which is pretty pointless. So this calendar is great. You get all sorts of different products. So once this comes out of the lamp, which is now done, I'm just going to get the tacky layer off with a lint-free pad. And then once I've done that, like I said, I'm going to give it a gentle buff. Just getting my buffing block. So literally just a white block, and I'm just going over the whole nail like so. It is already pretty smooth, so I don't need to do too much, but as you can see from different angles, it's already nice and smooth, so we haven't got much to do because that base coat has already smoothed it out. Especially if you use a rubber base coat as well, that's even better, because that will really coat it nicely, because obviously they're a thicker consistency than a normal base coat. So I'm going to get my striper brush, and I'm going to use that to create our design. So first things first, I'm going to go in with white, just because it's the lightest colour. I'm just going to create random swirl. I want it quite thick from the top, and then coming into a thinner line near the bottom where it meets the end of the nail. So I'm just going to get that line how I want it there, and then I'm going to start on the thickness as we get further up the nail. Like so, and then just even it out. And that's that line. So once I've done this one, I am just going to flash cure it. I don't need to fully cure because I'm not going to be overlapping it with any other colours. But I do need to flash cure it because obviously if my next colour touches it, we're going to end up merging the two colours together, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to pop that in the lamp for 10 seconds, keep it where it is. And while that's in there, I'm just cleaning off my brush, ready to use my next colour. So once it's out of the lamp, I'm going to go in with my next colour now, and that is going to be orange. And I'm going to bring that up from the other side this time. So we're starting off thick at the bottom and getting thinner towards the top this time. So we're doing it the opposite way round. And then all I need to do is just pop that colour right up to the white so they meet. Like so. And then I'm going to pop that into the lamp for 10 seconds as well. I'm not actually putting the next colour against that colour, but I just want to make sure that it stays where it is because I'm happy with it. And the most annoying thing possible is when you're happy with the line and then you accidentally smudge it or something like that. It drives me insane. So I always like to just keep it still. So I'm going in with the pink now. I'm going to do the opposite again. So I'm going to do a thicker line down the bottom. And then I'm going to go thinner in the middle and then actually thicker at the top as well. So we're going complete opposite this time. Because we're having thick at the top and the bottom. And then again, just fill in the gaps. I really love this pink, so I wanted more of this colour on here than anything. Okay, just filling that in. And that's what that looks like now. So once I've done that, I'm then going to do just a bit of something extra and add a couple of flowers, like I said. So we're just going to do a pink one and an orange one with a white centre, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and do the pink one first. So I'm just going to do my 5 dots, just little. Like so. I'm going to go around and just make them a little bit bigger now that I'm happy with where they are. So to make them bigger, I'm literally just putting more pressure on my dot, on my dotting tool. So that's the pink one done. Then we're going to do an orange one. So I just thought I'd do it a bit rough first, and then I'll pick up more product and add it on after, when I'm happy with where my dots are placed. And then I'm going to pop that in the lamp again just for 10 seconds to keep it where I want it, in case my white middle dots do touch it slightly. And then once that comes out, I'll just add those middle dots, and then all I need to do is top coat. So this design is super, super easy. And it's all just basically what's it curing. And a bigger one on that second one. There we go. So that ties in the white, and then I'm just going to go down this side here and do some white dots along the pink. Just until I run out of polish on my dotting tool, basically, so they get small gradually. I'm going to pop that into the lamp now for a full cure, so every layer of that design can cure fully. And then I'm just going to have a little tidy up while I wait, and then I'll top coat on camera this time, because obviously we want to see that glitter get glittery. And then that's it for this design. Okay, so we're now going to top coat. That glitter is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. It's just so sparkly, but it's not sparkly like too much where it looks too much when you put something on top of it. So it's just the perfect amount of sparkle. So that is, well, this design for today's video basically. So I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously it's not cured yet, but it's going to look the exact same when it is. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll be back really soon with another video. Bye.